Hi guys, I'm back. Okay, and you guys all noticed on my last video I had a bit of a brain fart. Anyway, I figured myself out. So that was insane. I don't think I've ever had a brain fart like that in the middle of a video before. I don't know. Anyway, I figured myself out. We left off with making the window. You can see that I made the window, I cut it out. Let me explain what I did. Okay, I just took a regular clear ruler. I was using that Tim Holtz ruler, but don't use that one because it's a little wide. Okay, so just use a regular ruler. It doesn't have to be clear, but just use a regular. Don't use the Tim Holtz. The reason I was messing up the last time, one was because I was thinking too much. I don't usually think that much when I do this. I just do it and go. But I was thinking way too much. Anyway, what I like to do, whether I'm using my bigger book or I'm using this book, when I use my larger book is like way big. It's like 11 by 14 or something like that. I come in an inch. But when I do it in here, I'm coming in 3/4 of an inch. Okay. So that's 3/4 of an inch right there. So what I like to do is I like to go ahead and take a pencil. Let me grab a pencil. Where do I have a pencil at? Here we go. I take a pencil. And now the width of the ruler is the width that I'm going to be leaving here. Okay, so I go right to the crease of the book, measure out 3/4 of an inch, right in the corner right there of the tip corner of the ruler. I make a really big dot with my pencil. Then I come over here and go to the edge of the page again and go to 3/4. Just a second. Let me get my little froggy out of the way. What I like to do is I like to go an inch and then go to 3/4. That's what I do. And I go right to the edge of the page. There's an inch and then there's 3/4 right there. Again, I would take my pencil and put another little dot right there. Okay? Then come to the bottom and it's going to repeat the same thing on the bottom. Come to the bring your thing right to the middle of the page there. Come okay, an inch and then there's 3/4. And then put another dot there and do the same thing here. There's an inch and there's 3/4. Just 1 second, guys. 1 inch and 3/4 right here. Okay, and then I put a dot there. Okay, so then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that's just a matter of connecting your dots. Bam. Let me make sure that you guys are still seeing me. Sorry. I'll come back again. So it's a matter of connecting your dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you come across here. Bam. Come across down here. Bam. And then you come across here. Bam. And then come down like this and connect all the dots. And now you've made yourself a nice long rectangle. Do we care about perfection? Hell no. It does not have to be perfect. When you cut this out, it doesn't have to be perfect. Look what I'm doing. I have drips on my page, you guys. So the more grungy you make something, it has to be perfect. In fact, if this square isn't perfect, it looks even better. Okay? All right. Then what I do, okay, remember how I told you I was using that this cutting mat, this clear cutting mat, and it gives like a hazy look. It gives like a dreamy hazy look, and that's what we're going to use for our window from Dollar Tree. Well, that same mat you can use for a cutting mat. So I took it and I divided it basically in half. I have 2 of them. I put them together because you need it pretty thick. Put it underneath here, and now it's a cutting mat. Another one. Just get another one out, and now this is a cutting mat. I'm going to tape these 2 together. I just haven't done it yet. They're not the same. Actually, I'm going to cut that off right there so it's the same. And then I'm going to tape this with some clear tape and double thickness. Now this is a great cutting mat, which is what the original purpose was for in the first place, for cutting vegetables. But now you can go ahead and take your ruler again. Let me take it like this. I like to use a box cutter. There it is. Instead of using the regular, oh, I hate when my brain just leaves me. Instead of using the regular X-Acto knife, a box cutter is so much better because this is pretty thick now, you guys, because we have 3 pages glued together and we have all of the collagey bits, so it gets pretty thick. So what I like to do is I like to let's go ahead and cut out the window. So you're going to cut on your lines. I already did it, so I'm not going to do it again. I'm just going to show you. I slice it here once, and then I slice it here twice. With the box cutter, you only need it twice, and it's done. You do that to all four sides, and then you pop that middle out. So this was the middle that was in here. See? You pop that out. Save this. This is beautiful. You can make a tag out of that, right? Right. So that is going to be a tag, so I'm saving that. Throw nothing away. So that's how I ended up with the window. Then, so I take that away, and that's my cutting mat. Like I told you, I'm going to cut this little extra bit off of here and tape this together with some clear masking tape so I can have this as my cutter. That just saved me. You guys, we just bought a small cutter, or a small cutting mat for 50 cents because they're 2 for $1. You get 2 in a pack at Dollar Tree. The cutting mat that they sell at Joann's, that's going to cost you 10, 12 bucks. So if you think about it, you can just get this together so it's really extra thick, tape it together, you got one for 50 cents. Okay. So now I cut out, now this is another piece of clear plastic. This isn't what we use as a clear mat. This is what we're using for our acetate. Look how much value you can get with those clear cutting mats from Dollar Tree. You can use them for your acetate. You can use them as the actual cutting mat. Fabulous. All right, so I cut this out, okay? What I like to do is I leave a little bit of the edging. I don't cut it right down yet, but I leave it pretty close, but I leave a little on the edge, okay? We'll cut it completely square out with the edges here once it's dry. But what I like to do is I like to take E6000. Here it is. You guys, this is only $2.99 at Walmart. It's the cheapest place you can buy E6000. Okay, I always try to tell you where I buy everything and how much it is so people who are new to this especially know what's going on. So you take your E6000, I go around all the edges. I don't go right to the edge. Give it a little room from the edge for it to spread out, but go all the way around to all four edges. Take your mat, put that on there. Okay? And you can bring it back like this. Now you got that E6000 on there, right? Then take some clamps. I have a whole bag of clamps. My husband just got me from, I think Home Depot or somewhere. You can either use clamps, and you're going to clamp this all the way around. Or you can use some clothespins and clamp this. And you want to clamp it all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. I would leave this for quite a while. If you could leave it overnight, that's perfect. Okay? So you leave that. Once it's dry, you take all your clamps off. Some people have seen me do this already because I've done this quite a few times. You take off all your clamps, and then you'll go ahead and cut. See how I left a little free edge here? Then you can finish cutting out your free edge there. And then you'll have your window. Okay? Isn't that cool? Okay, so, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not putting this mat in and doing all that because, okay, look, I have dry time with the glue. I don't have all the time for that. So, but now I've told you guys how I cut the window out and how you apply your window onto the back of here so that you have this. Okay? All right. Next. All right, so now we're going to put finally, our girls, our fairies, are going to come in here. So what I thought I would do is I would put her here. And I also, when I decide exactly how I'm going to place her, I kind of look at my window and see, how it's going to look in the window, which is going to look fabulous. Okay, so here's my fairy. And then I thought I'm going to put a rose up in the corner. Isn't that gorgeous? So I just cut out this rose from this rose book I have, which I've shown before. If I have it. Okay, here's the book for the roses. Let you guys see that. Okay, this book is awesome. I got this from eBay. It's called The Ultimate Rose book. I got it on eBay. I probably spent, I don't know, maybe $5 or $6 on it. You guys, it's full of roses. Look. So if you like to put roses in your work, look at all this. Look at that. Look at that. I've cut the heck out of this book. I bought 2 or 3 of them because I love roses. So I knew that I would be using it, and I've used the heck out of it. It was awesome. So that's where I got these roses from. Okay, so okay, let's glue this down. So I was trying to decide what the heck I'm doing. I am going to glue. You guys know how I take old magazines and I use that as a glue surface, and then I just turn the page. I've shown you guys that before. Take our decoupage, or you can do this with Elmer's glue, either one. A lot of times, I just happen to have my decoupage glue out right now, but a lot of times, like stuff like this, that I'm going to just glue down, sometimes I just use Elmer's. I don't even use my decoupage glue, because I don't want to go on top of it. All right. I'm estimating I want this here, so I'm just going to tack her down a little bit. Let me put this like that so I can make sure of where she's at and make sure I like that. I think I'm going to bring her up just a little bit more. All right, do I have enough room for the flower? Okay, no I don't. Okay, let me just bring it back down, because then that way I have enough room for the flower. Okay, and then that's what it looks like when, okay, perfect. So you guys saw how I did that. Get a baby wipe out. And I'm going to get out one of my cards and just kind of go over her. Okay, and then I'll just kind of use my hand too, make sure she's down good. Make sure I pasted her down well. Okay, then we have this rose, which I think is going to be fabulous. Get back to our trusty magazine. Find a clean place. Okay. Okay. Oh, you know what I'm just going to tell you guys? When you're using a magazine piece or a calendar piece or a book piece, it's very shiny. A lot of times that decoupage glue or even Elmer's does not work good on that. So I like to use my Eileen's Tacky on this. On really, magazine pieces, it would have been fine to use a decoupage glue, but I'm talking about the thicker, like book pages or thicker magazine pages. Sometimes like the decoupage glue just isn't sticky enough. And I find that with this rose book. So I like to use the decoupage, or I like to use the Eileen's Tacky. Okay. Just little things you find out as you keep doing this kind of stuff. Okay, now see this page here? We're going to kind of flip it. So now we're ready for our next little glue session. Okay. Let's get this. Sorry for the noise. I'm filming on my phone and I got some Facebook stuff coming in, I guess. Okay. There was some glue seepage, so I wanted to clean that up and make sure this is really tacked down good. And that's tacked down good. Okay, so we have that, and I'm going to show you how we're going to finish up that page here in a second. Let's put her down now. See where we're going to have her at compared with this rose. I think I'm going to have her up there so this rose fits in good here. Yeah. Okay. So, again, we'll get the decoupage out. A lot of people call this Mod Podge. I don't know why I call it decoupage. I remember when I was little and I found out about decoupage and collage. It was my favorite thing to do in the whole world. We'd be in school and they'd be like, okay, we're going to do some collage work. And I'm like, finally worth doing in this classroom. I didn't say that, but that's exactly what was going through my head. Like, why don't we just decoupage every day? What do we need math, English, science for? Just decoupage. I mean, just making collages. I loved when we would do that, and I would make the hugest collages ever. Loved it. Oh, that's why I love doing it now. I draw and paint and stuff, but my favorite thing is collage. I like to draw, I like to paint, but I love collage. I always have. I don't know why. But it's cool that I mix now collage and painting like my girls. I'm really enjoying that. Okay, that's good. Now we want to put the rose here. Okay, so let's use our magazine again. and the Eileen's Tacky for this. It's amazing like how many different glues are, you know, how glues work for one thing don't work for another so well. Now, if you had absolutely no choice and you only had Elmer's glue or this decoupage glue, I'm sure you can make it work. All right, turn the page so it's ready for the next one and you don't get any stickiness anywhere. But I was at, when I was at Dollar Tree, they were selling the Eileen's Tacky, this size right here for 99 cents. So really, I think a regular bottle of like 6 or 8 ounces is probably like around $2 at Walmart. So it's about the same price if you buy 2 of these. So that was a good deal. Plus, it's good travel size. Good travel size. Okay. Ooh. Okay. All right, loving this. Okay, so look at, we have that. Look at with the window. Fabulous. Look at that with the window. Fabulous. Okay. Let's bring the window in. Even though we don't have the window attached, we can still bring it in. And I'll show you that. What the hell? This isn't the piece. Where's my plastic window piece? Here it is. Okay. Check it out, you guys. Fabulous. I will come in closer too, you guys, at the end here. Look how gorgeous that looks. Okay, and then you can flap that same window back here. Look how pretty that is. Okay, but let's finish off these pages. This is the finishing work, and I'm not going to do all the finishing work. I'm just going to touch on it so you guys understand. It's the same MO all the time. To finish off, I like to go around. Oh, before I do that, I want to take my script stamp. I told you I used the heck out of this thing. And I want to go over the roses, because the roses are a lot more shiny than everything else. So to kind of blend this into the picture so it looks like it belongs, I like to stamp right over it with a script stamp. And then, because there's script, right, already in all of this, and it just looks like it's a part of it. Okay. Love it. I just think that looks so romantic, having like script over the roses. I think I'm going to make everybody go out and buy a script stamp, but I'm telling you, you should. A script stamp is the bomb. Okay, look how fabulous that looks. What difference does that make? All the difference in the world. It brings the rose into the rest of this picture, not just look like it's pasted on, because the script is also in your background. Okay, that's how I see it anyway. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and, as Lori Marie Jenkins, so what she says, she always says, Stabilo time. So you can Stabilo, which means, you know, edging out like with black, your edges and around your girl with a watercolor pencil. You can do it with a Faber-Castell, or you can do it with an oil pastel too. Okay, I am really loving doing it with this black Faber-Castell or a black gelato. So you go around your girl with the edge of your gelato or your Faber-Castell, okay, and you can use what's her name, Lori Marie. She uses her spit and her finger. You can do that. You can use a baby wipe. You can use a little bit of a wet finger with a baby wipe, whatever. So I like to do is use my baby wipe, because you know what? I can keep going with it because I got enough black on here, and keep going till you can't go anymore with the baby wipe. And that blends that out. Cool, huh? Okay, so we'll go back around here a little bit more. Okay, take our baby wipe. And this is just smoking it out just to bring everything into the picture, and it just makes everything look cool. I love it. We're doing a little smoke out. That doesn't even sound right. We're doing a smoke out. Okay. Angela's crazy. All right, so you do that and you go all the way around the picture. You go all the way around the rows, okay? Now, you can also go around your edges of the page of the book just to like really hone everything in and make it look really good. So right on the edges with the black. On the edges, you could probably also use your Tim Holtz distress or Tim Holtz inks. You could do that too. Okay, again the baby wipe and smoke it out. Look how cool that looks. I'm just gonna add a little bit more. Add a little bit more on here. So I'm loving this more than the Stabilo. Or not Stabilo. I don't know because I've never had a Stabilo, so I can't even say that. I'm liking it more than my watercolor pencil. Because you can take your watercolor pencil, do the same thing. Here's the watercolor pencil. On this, I'm going to use a little spit. And just go like that with a watercolor pencil. So there's another option. Watercolor pencil. The Faber-Castell or Gelato. Or here's an oil pastel. Let's do it on this over here. I can't remember who said something. Somebody commented one time because I used an oil pastel as another alternative. Because these oil pastels are really cheap. And a lot of people have them. So I've even done a whole a color book page with oil pastels. It was pretty cool. Okay, since it's oil though, you can just use your finger with no spit, no water, no nothing. And just use the pressure from your finger. Okay. Bam. And there you go. Okay, so there's 3 different things you can use. Or you can use a Stabilo, which I don't have. I want to get one just because I just want to see how it works because I don't have one. So, but you can't just get them at Michael's or Joann's. You have to get them like at an art supply store. So when I get in the area of my Blix art supply store, I will do that. Also, I would also go around these windows too. Let me just show you real quick. I would go around these windows, edge those out, because that'll just give a nicer edge right there. And then use your thing here. Smoke that out. I would lift it up a little bit so you don't get it on your picture. Look how cool that looks. See, it just defines the window. So I would do that. I would do that all the way around. I would edge this all the way out here. Turn this around. Edge that all the way out in my Faber-Castell, Stabilo, watercolor. Do the same thing here. Go around your girl the same way. Go around all your edges the same way. And then you'll be done. So that is it, you guys. I think this turned out so beautiful. I am so flippin' excited. Let me do a close-up. I usually try to do that so that you guys can see closely. Because I work kind of far out a lot of times so that you can get a full view. But let me bring things in. Okay. Oh, yeah, I hope my lighting was okay. I've only been working with one light. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I usually work with a lot of lights. I didn't turn them all on till the end of this video. So sorry about that, you guys. I just noticed that. Hopefully everything wasn't too dark. Okay. Okay, so here she is. There's that. Here's all the inking like I've done. I haven't done all the inking, but I've done a lot of it. This is what it looks like with the window. See how it just adds a little bit of a mystical haze? Love it. Okay, let's go to the window on the other side. Sorry about that with the lighting, you guys. I did have one light though that was shining straight down, so hopefully that was enough light. Let me show you her. Look how cool that looks. Let me see if that's, oh, bring it down. Look how gorgeous that looks. Isn't that just so pretty? And then this is what it looks like without it. There we go. And you have both, because you have this window in the middle that has your window. You can look at her plain. You can look at her through the window. Same thing with her. Okay, you guys, that is it. I hope you guys like this project. I love this. You guys go check out Lori Marie. She's awesome. Like I said, I am loving her because she's just really opened my mind up, just really expanding my mixed media with all her techniques and her ideas. Let me come back out. And, oops. Hopefully that's gonna, oh, jeez. Just a second. There we go. So a lot of times what I'm doing is a lot of mixed media myself. So I'm combining some of her techniques with my own techniques, and you just keep creating your own style and you keep perfecting your own style. You know, always, I mean, you can look at my style and say, oh, I like Angela's doing this or Angela's doing that. Then go over to Lori Marie and look at her style, and always be tweaking your own style and adding in different things, and you'll come up with your own thing. So definitely I've been inspired by Lori Marie, and at the same time I'm also putting some of my own stuff that I've always done too. So it's really cool, you guys. I think you'll really enjoy her. I hope you guys like this, and you have to try it. It's just so fun. I love the window. Oh, that's just so cool. And that, for sure, that's the idea I got from Lori, was this window thing. I'm like, have to do that. Okay, you guys, that is it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. You can give this video a thumbs up. That'd be great. Any comments or questions, leave below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll talk to you guys next video.